Today, we'll cover the forehand topspin loop. Master looping against topspin, and looping against backspin will naturally improve. The first common problem for amateur players in continuous looping is getting jammed by the ball. The reason you're getting jammed is that you're standing too close to the table. Even professionals get jammed if they stand too close. You must step back to create enough space for your stroke. When you first start practicing your loop, you must stand slightly further from the table. This gives you ample time to complete your full body and arm motion. You need at least a meter of distance. Otherwise, your stroke becomes a half loop, half drive, not a proper loop. The second key issue is relaxation and acceleration. Many players ask me why they can't keep their shoulders relaxed and down. They always feel their shoulder is tensed up, making their arm stiff and unable to relax. While a stiff arm might work for a simple drive, it's completely wrong for a loop. A stiff loop isn't a true loop. If your shoulder isn't down, you can't relax. The root of this problem is your elbow positioning. The problem is that during your backswing, your elbow is pointing backwards. If your elbow points backward during the backswing, your entire motion will be stiff. The correct way is to have your elbow point downwards. Notice how the shoulder relaxes instantly. If you only focus on relaxing your shoulder but your elbow still points back, your arm will remain tense. With the elbow pointing back, the shoulder is always unnaturally raised. Only by pointing the elbow down can the shoulder relax. So the key is correcting your elbow position. Penholders, in particular, tend to have a high elbow. You must bring it down to achieve a relaxed state for looping. A stiff stroke might land a few balls, but it will quickly become inconsistent. Stop trying to force your shoulder to relax. It won't work. Just point your elbow down, and your shoulder will relax naturally. Even my non-dominant hand makes this mistake, resulting in a stiff stroke. When the elbow is down, the arm is relaxed. The moment the elbow comes up, you're back to hitting with a tense arm. Our third key point addresses a major issue for amateur players: not using the body to generate power. When it comes to body movement, many players fail to rotate their torso in time. The correct timing is to begin your backswing the instant the ball leaves your opponent's racket. Your backswing is too slow because you aren't preparing with the ball. You must give your body time to rotate. The window for rotation is as your opponent makes contact. If you wait for the bounce on your side, it's already too late. You feel rushed because while the ball is in flight, you're standing still instead of already performing your body rotation. After your shot, as soon as your opponent hits the ball back, your body must immediately rotate again for the next loop. This is the key to consistency. During fixed-point drills, don't overthink the ball placement. Focus on developing the habit of actively recovering your position as the ball travels. Don't worry about a switch to your backhand yet. When practicing continuous forehand loops, make a conscious effort to recover your stance immediately after each stroke. You must actively recover. Now for the second point on body mechanics: minimize excessive leg movement. During a continuous forehand loop rally, your legs should not be moving erratically. Some players try to imitate the strokes of young players. But coaching methods for kids and adults are completely different. Young players are trained for overall body coordination, building a foundation for a potential professional career. Adult players can't replicate that. A strong leg push, in particular, will compromise your recovery time, making you late for the next shot. Therefore, avoid large leg rotations and eliminate any vertical, up and down body movement during your loop. Your center of gravity shouldn't be bobbing up and down. Some players even do it backwards, rising during the backswing and dropping on contact. Keep your center of gravity low and stable when looping. For adults in a continuous topspin rally, I recommend keeping your feet planted. Keep your feet firmly planted and stable, letting your legs follow the rotation of your hips. Don't try to generate power from the ground up, like young players are taught to. Avoid dipping down with each loop. And do not let your body jump upwards on contact. Next, let's discuss hip action. The way you use your hips against topspin is different from how you use them against backspin. When looping against topspin, your hip rotation should be horizontal. A downward hip movement will cause you to jump up into the ball. There's no downward pressure from the hips. Simply rotate your body back, while the arm relaxes downwards. The motion is purely rotational, open back, and drive forward. Remember, keep the motion compact, or you'll be late. It's simply rotating back and driving forward. Now for the upper body. The most common mistake I see is players leaning back during the loop. You must get low, engage your core, and maintain a forward lean with your upper body. As you rotate, keep your chest slightly rounded. The motion is simply a rotation, from your side to the front, keeping your shoulders in a forward, hugging posture. Maintain this rounded shoulder posture throughout the backswing. Simply using your body rotation to move your arm from your side to the front. There should be no opening the chest. Never let your shoulders flare outwards, or your technique will fall apart after a single shot. Here's the correct posture, from a neutral stance. Bring both shoulders slightly forward and raise your arms. For your backhand, rotate with your shoulders rounded towards the backhand side. For your forehand, rotate with shoulders rounded towards the forehand side. Whether you're ripping or looping, maintain this rounded shoulder frame. Just rotate. This keeps your stroke coordinated and prevents your technique from breaking down. The same principle applies to the backhand. If you open up your body, you'll lose control after just a few shots and your accuracy will disappear. The moment you straighten up, your rally is over. You must maintain a forward lean, to sustain a rally and to be ready for short balls. Always keep both shoulders in front of your body for the backhand stroke. If you open up, you'll make unforced errors. The same goes for the forehand. Your body should feel compact, as if you're hugging a ball. Hit every shot with this compact feeling. Avoid wild, open movements. Only a compact frame allows for continuous attack, and lets you adjust to sudden changes in your opponent's shots. Your body should always feel like it's rotating around a core, not just pushing the ball forward. Watch this looping motion carefully and compare the arm mechanics to your own. Many amateur players make this mistake. They pull their elbow straight back during the backswing. This is a very common backswing flaw. The correct motion is to let the arm drop and fully open the forearm. The common problem is failing to open the forearm, resulting in a cramped stroke with a false finish. If you try to generate power without opening your forearm, you're just pushing or squeezing the ball. At the peak of your backswing, your forearm must be open. The main reason players lack power is that their forearm remains closed. You must open the forearm. Look at top players like Fan Zhendong or Ma Long. Their forearms open completely to allow for explosive acceleration and a powerful forward snap. This issue is most apparent when looping against backspin. If you can't lift the ball, or your loop lacks quality, it's because your forearm isn't open. You must open your forearm. For a drive, you open back and hit forward. For a loop, you also need to open it up. If you're just pulling your shoulder back without opening the forearm, you're not creating space. This technique is incorrect. Your forearm must be open. Power is generated from this open position. Think of it like throwing a punch. An open arm allows for a whipping motion, which generates far more power. How much you open your forearm in a match depends on the situation. But you must have the ability to whip it like a nunchuck. Not just push with your arm as a single lever. Your loop needs a whip-like action. Don't just swing with your whole arm. You must use the forearm and upper arm as separate levers to generate explosive power. The problem isn't the moment of contact itself. It's that your backswing dictates the shot, forcing you to push rather than allowing you to whip the ball. A tense forearm leads to a stiff arm and a pushing motion. Only by relaxing and opening the forearm during the backswing can you create that whip-like snap on the ball.